What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. How would you feel about getting 2 new stimulus checks? Well, what we're hearing is if the federal government passes one of these proposals for a 4th federal level check, that in addition to some of the new proposals coming out from states could equal 2 new stimulus checks this year for many individuals. I'm going to be covering you all the details in this video. This is your breaking news stimulus check update. Now, you guys, I've got some good news and I've got some not so good news for different people in different states. I'm going to be covering all the details, the headlines, letting you know the latest coming out in just the past couple days. That's right. New updates coming out on checks just in the past few days as various states are finally taking that American Rescue Plan Act money, $350 billion allocated for states to use for residents, and are now passing their own state stimulus checks that will be hitting bank accounts soon. And I've got some specific dates for you in this video as well. Take a look, you guys. First up, Whitmer proposes Michigan tax rebate right now. That is the name of the bill that is proposed and we're hearing is going to be getting traction in the state of Michigan. Also, for Stimulus Check Update 2022, American employees to receive $1,000 payments in this particular state. This just coming out yesterday. Hawaii tax rebates to be expedited if enacted to July 1st. Specific date for those of you in the state of Hawaii that could be getting a stimulus check. And also, I've got some not so good news. I mentioned Missouri lawmakers are planning for a veto from the governor. I'm going to give you all the details, though. They're saying this is not for certain. A lot of speculation about what could be happening to this state check. And also, top California Democrats in a stalemate over gas rebates. I'm going to let those of you in California know the latest going on in the state of California with state gas stimulus checks. Now, also, as you know, as I mentioned, there are 4th federal level stimulus check proposals that have hit. If you want to get all the details on the new ones, check out my last couple of videos. I did an update for you on one from the Senate from Senator Jack Reed, where he's proposing $600 to be paid for by tax increases and to go out specifically to low-income families to help them out, only to be used for food and gas. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think a targeted check like that to help out those most in need would be a good idea? We've also had one proposed in the House of Representatives. Take a look, from a Republican pushing for $1,000 stimulus checks to all Americans, a 4th federal level check similar to like the last 3 that we had going out to everybody. But we're hearing that this would be a price tag of an additional $330 billion approximately that we would add to debt and could go towards inflation. And something like that likely won't get support in legislation form to go through Congress and would probably have to get pushed by the president through executive order and executive action. Let me know your thoughts. Would that be a better solution? But we're hearing that Congress is starting to look once again at legislation as we approach the midterm elections. The Ukraine bill has moved on to the president. That has passed. And now Senator Joe Manchin said that now that has passed, his focus will be on our domestic economic issues. Let's take a look. Joe Manchin said that he wanted to help Ukraine defeat Russia before taking on Biden's economic agenda. And now that that has gone through, we're hearing that Manchin will get on board. Take a look, you guys. If you missed the details of it, check out my last video where I covered all of it for you. But with that being said, let's dive into the latest updates. Like I said, I've got some good news and some not so good news about state checks for you to get you caught up on everything that's happening. And also, consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. For those of you interested, I'll pin a comment down below. Click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications. I hope that's a blessing to you and your family for those interested. And if you appreciate the updates here on this channel, don't forget very quickly, before we dive in, smash the like button. Helps me out a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, totally free, come join the Ram fam. Why not? It's free. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. I'll keep you up to speed on everything going on. And if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, let's dive into the latest, and we're going to get you caught up on state stimulus checks. And also, if we get any word on updates of these 4th federal level proposals, I'll be sure to let you know here on the channel. Let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so first up, link in the description below to this article that says Whitmer proposes Michigan tax rebate right now. This is directly from the executive office of the governor. Link in the description below. I share with you all my sources. Read them right off the screen so that way you know it's the latest updates. Now, this says, Lansing, Michigan. Today, Governor Gretchen Whitmer sent a letter to legislative leaders proposing the Michigan tax rebate right now, a plan to return $500 to working families from the state's budget budget surplus as they face rising costs on food, gas, and other everyday expenses. It says from Macomb to Marquette, Michiganders are facing rising prices of food, gas, and other everyday expenses, wrote the Governor Whitmer. While the causes are varied, from the invasion of Ukraine and Russia and the ongoing supply chain challenges caused by the pandemic, the pain being felt by people is tangible. Today, I am proposing Michigan tax rebate right now, a plan to send a $500 tax rebate to Michigan's working families right away. Let's take advantage of our additional revenue to put money in people's pockets and deliver relief, real relief, right now. Now, Governor Whitmer's budget proposal. In February, Governor Whitmer proposed that her budget proposal would be upcoming this fiscal year and that the proposal would be rolling back the retirement tax to put an average of $1,000 back in the pockets of 500,000 families and tripling Michigan's earned income tax credit as well to deliver an average tax refund of $3,000 to 730,000 working families. The budget would also make the largest education investment in state history, continuing to rebuild roads, bridges, and bolster public safety and improve public health. So you guys, a lot being proposed in Michigan. I'll be sure to keep you up to date. Stimulus checks in addition to earned income tax credits, funding for education, lowering the taxes, several different things proposed in this bill. This just coming out yesterday, this update. As more information rolls out, I will keep you up to date. Now, in addition to that, take a look at this. For stimulus check 2022, American employees to receive $1,000 payments. Now, North Carolina's $6.2 billion surplus. So this is for North Carolina. As inflation remains a major concern, many people are wondering in North Carolina if the governor, Cooper, will add stimulus checks to his budget. Now, just to clarify, here they say that there is excess surplus. There are talks about stimulus going out and that working families, individuals, employees could receive $1,000 payments. But at this time, as you go through this article, it says it has not yet been proposed or put into a bill or legislation form. So as more unfolds, I will let you know, but I don't even see the need to go through this article. Just want to let you know that this is not yet in a bill form or legislation. This is just speculation. So in North Carolina, I will keep an eye out for you on this. Now also Hawaii, as I've let you know here on the channel, they have proposed $300 stimulus checks, tax rebates, and it seems like this is going to be happening. Take a look, you guys. Hawaii tax rebates to be expedited if enacted on July 1st. So in Hawaii, keep an eye out as to these potentially coming the 1st of July. Hawaii residents should receive up to $300 in state tax rebates by electronic transfer or checks. So that's how you'll receive them, and rather soon, if a bill passes earlier this month and is enacted July 1st as envisioned. So this is making its way through Congress in Hawaii, and it looks like it's going to be happening, and it could be very soon. I'll be sure to keep you up to date on that. And also, take a look at this. I let you guys know, I've been reporting to you that in Missouri, we've seen legislation for stimulus checks making its way through Congress. It's going to the governor, but Parson hints at a potential veto of the tax rebate plan approved by Missourian lawmakers. Now, I'm going to share with you exactly what he said. As I mentioned, this is not so good news if it's true, but it appears to be some speculation. Take a look. Governor Mike Parson is throwing cold water on a plan to give Missourian taxpayers a rebate of up to $500. In comments to reporters on Wednesday, the Republican governor vowed to look closely at the election year plan sent to him by lawmakers as a part of the state's colossal $49 billion budget. I think there's going to be a lot of discussion about that, Parson said. I think that was kind of put together in a pretty quick fashion. So they're going to be taking a more detailed look at it, analyzing whether or not they're going to be passing this particular bill. Now, under a plan first floated in the House and then adjusted and approved in the Senate, individual income filers would receive up to $500, while joint filers could expect to receive $1,000. Missourians eligible for the tax credit must have earned less than $150,000 as individuals and $300,000 for married couples. The state will credit taxpayers $1 back for every $1 paid in taxes up to $500. Now, I shared this with you in a previous video, let you know that it was passed and approved through their Congress, but they are awaiting for the governor to sign it into law. Now, as more information rolls out on this, I'll be sure to let those of you in Missouri know. And also, California. Top California Democrats in a stalemate over the gas rebate. And California was actually one of the first states to come out and announce Golden State stimulus checks, and they've also announced gas stimulus checks, and it's those gas checks that are currently hanging in the balance. Take a look. In March, the governor had proposed $400 rebates in the form of a debit card per registered vehicles, up to $800 for drivers. So every registered vehicle you have, you can get $400 for up to 2 of them, for a total of $800 per driver. Now, top Democrats in the legislature balked at the idea of tying relief to car ownership, pointing out that Newsom's proposal could mean a person with 2 luxury vehicles could get $800, while a family that can't afford a car wouldn't get any cash. Let me know your thoughts on that particular point. Now, instead, Senate President Pro Tem Tommy Atkins and Assembly Speaker and Anthony Redden want to target relief to individuals who earn up to $125,000 or joint filers up to $250,000. They want to send each person $200 with an additional $200 per dependent. So rather than tying it to vehicles, they want to tie it to income eligibility requirements. Now, Senate Democrats do not believe a rebate tied to car ownership does the job, Atkins said in a statement Thursday. That plan leaves out non-car owners, including low-income and elderly Californians, who are also impacted by the current high costs of consumer goods and are also deserving some form of relief. Let me know your thoughts, you guys, but it seems at this time in California, the gas stimulus checks are getting stalled, and I'll be sure to keep you up to date as more information rolls out. So you guys, that is the latest on state stimulus checks. And again, as these come out, they're approved and passed. If we have a 4th federal level check that comes out, that could be 2 stimulus checks that people could be receiving in those various locations. And as more information comes out, as I said, I will be sure to keep you up to date so that way you know what's going on. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me on this Saturday morning. I hope that this is a blessing to you and your family and you have a great weekend. I will catch you in the next one, but don't forget, if you made it this far and you haven't already, take a quick second to smash that like button for me. Helps me out a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, share this out if you think it could help out other people that are in these states that want to know about state stimulus checks. If you want to stay up to date, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, come join the Ram fam. Totally free, just takes a second. And if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.